Hi, this is Kelly Leahy, the technology coach at Collins Intermediate. And in this short video, I'm going to explain a folders and docs management tip. This tip is how you can store virtually one document in multiple folders. And there's two ways that you can do this job. So first I'm going to go to a document that I'd like to put in another folder. So I have a folder called Conference Notes. I'm opening that. I want to keep this document in Conference Notes, but I also want to add it to another folder. So the first way I could do this and add it to that next folder is I can click once on it, and then I can right click and choose Add Shortcut to Drive. When I click on Add Shortcut to Drive, another menu shows up that's blue, and I click on the small arrow that says Go to My Drive. Then I scroll to the folder that I'd like it to be stored in. I'd like that shortcut to be stored in. That's another practice folders where I want it, and then I click Add Shortcut. Now, when I go to that folder called Another Practice folder, I open that folder up, and there I have virtually a copy of my notes. This really isn't a copy of the notes. This is a shortcut back to that original folder. I know it's a shortcut because there's a dock icon, but it has a small arrow, like a small back arrow. So when I click on this, I'm actually telling the system to go back to that other folder and find those notes. So that's the first way. That's called add a shortcut. When I delete that, when I right click and choose remove, that removes the shortcut. But when I go back to my folder called Conference Notes, the document is still there because I just removed the shortcut. I did not remove the actual document. So choice number 2, if I'd like to put this document in multiple folders, I can look at the document, click once on it, and this time I look at my keyboard and I press the Shift key down and the Z key down. And when I do that, a new menu choice shows up. It's almost exactly like the previous one, but it's green instead of blue. I still click on the Go to My Drive, and then I find that folder. Or if you do it multiple times, you'll do multiple folders. Here's that folder I want, so I click on the arrow and I choose Add Here. Now you may say, why are there two different ways to do the same thing? So let me show you the natural consequences of putting it in with Control Z. So when I put a document in another folder using the Control Z, that document actually really is in that folder virtually. It doesn't point back like the add to the first choice. So what that means is, again, I can still open it, I can still work on it and edit it. But if I were to right click on this and remove it out of this folder, then I come back here to the original folder it was in, it's also removed from here because you really are putting that document in two different places, but it's the same document. So I hope that helps you have an understanding of how you can manage your documents by putting them in multiple folders, and the natural consequence between using the add a shortcut to versus using the Shift Z keys. And by the way, you can always go to your garbage, your trash, and get that back out if you accidentally deleted something that you didn't want to delete. So I'm going to restore that, and it'll be right back in my folder that I want. All right, hope that helps. Thanks.